Much has been made of Senator Obama's community organizing days. Now, he says it was a life-altering experience that prepared him to lead America. But our next guest reveals the background story of how community organizing is part of a grand scheme perpetuated by none other than William Ayers.
A lot of people don't know what a community organizer is, and in fact, I didn't know what a community organizer was entirely when I became one. I had been inspired by the civil rights movement and the idea of people working at a grassroots level to bring about change, to get people involved in shaping their own destiny.
Well, community organizing definitely has shaped Senator Obama's destiny. In 1985, fresh from Columbia University, Obama returned to Chicago to become just that, a community organizer. A job he says qualifies him in part to hold the nation's highest office. But what exactly is a community organizer? After all, he didn't even know what it was when he started as one.
I think a community organizer in Barack Obama's case was somebody that was in training for radical overthrow of the government. You have to really stretch to believe his story. That he was living in New York City, he was earning $50,000 or $60,000 a year, and he left this to come to Chicago, to a city where he knew no one, to suddenly start, quote, organizing, unquote, people. In my opinion, Barack Obama had already been influenced by his radical ideology and philosophy, probably had met William Ayers in New York, and was coming here to lay the foundations for what he thought would be some sort of political movement that he would be a part of. My view is that the community organizing was actually kind of a sham event, that really Bill Ayers was testing him. Because the way these radicals work, they don't give you a big project until you've passed muster with a small project. And so they sent him out to Chicago to see what he would do. He passed the test.
I decided to become a community organizer. I'll organize black folks at the grassroots.
It was in these neighborhoods that I received the best education that I ever had.
He had virtually no impact in his so-called community organizing career except to lay the foundation for his future radical associations. It was then also, I believe, that he was exposed, perhaps by Louis Farrakhan, to Khalid al-Mansour, because it's while he's a community organizer that Khalid al-Mansour starts raising money to promote Obama to Harvard Law School. So obviously, in Ayers' mind and al-Mansour's mind, Obama had proven his reliability. He was somebody that could be trusted to do what he was told, and all of a sudden, they now are going to take him to the next level. All that comes out of the years in Chicago. Obama wasn't organizing a community. He was organizing his career and organizing his life step to the next level. That's all he did in Chicago.
This is the elite Kenwood community here in Chicago, and I'm actually walking down Barack Obama's street. You can see behind me Secret Service and police officers are blocking it off so we can't get too close. Back in 2005, Barack Obama purchased the house for $1.65 million. It was a controversial deal. Coincidentally, he bought it the same day that the Rezko family purchased the land next door. And it just so happens they live half a mile from William Ayers, the unrepentant terrorist part of the Weather Underground. And this is it. Would he be interested in interviewing with us? And just down the street from those homes is the house of Louis Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam. There have been numerous reports linking Senator Barack Obama with Farrakhan and the people of his church.
You know, there's a model for all this, and the model is Hugo Chavez. Bill Ayers has been to Venezuela and admires Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan dictator. Chavez, in turn, learned from Fidel Castro and the Cuban Revolution. So if you love the Cuban Revolution and Castro, and if you love what's happening in Venezuela with Hugo Chavez, you'll love Barack Obama, as he calls himself, in the White House. We're basically going to be in the throes of a socialist revolution, which attempts to essentially freeze out anybody who's not part of this radical ideology.
And coming up next, we take a look at Obama's relationship with an admitted and unrepentant terrorist, William Ayers, and will prove to you that this relationship was more than just, quote, friendly. Then he was Barack Obama's pastor for more than 20 years and plagued his political campaign. Coming up later, we look into the Illinois senator's controversial association with the Reverend Jeremiah Wright. Straight ahead.